Good evening and welcome to Icu Tv Main News. We take a look at stories making headlines. Zambia mourns loss of veteran freedom fighter Honorable Doja Sakuhuka. Police say no formal complaint filed over Radio Phoenix program disruption. Mourners gather in Lusaka to bind farewell to Amai Guru of Mpali series. In international news, Gaza ceasefire hit by violence as 9 Palestinians killed. In sports news, government hands funding to Chipolopolo, demands justification from fans over poor performance. With the news details, my name is Memory Mwango. The government of Zambia is mourning the passing of Honorable Roger Sakuhuka, a freedom fighter and a former cabinet minister under the United National Development Independence Party, UNIP government. He died on Monday, October 13, 2025, at Chipolopolo Mission Hospital in Zambezi District, Northwestern Province. He was 89 years old. Honorable Sakuhuka served as Member of Parliament for Zambezi West constituency from 1973 to 1991. He was Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly from 1974 to 1977, and he held several ministerial positions, including Minister for Luapula Province, Minister of Tourism, and Minister of Health. The announcement was made by Secretary to the Cabinet, Patrick K. Kangwa, in a statement issued to Icu TV. The Zambia police say it has not received any formal complaints regarding reports that political cadres disrupted the Let the People Talk program on Radio Phoenix. This follows social media claims that the station cancelled the show due to intimidation. Police have urged the public to avoid spreading unverified information. Authorities say they remain committed to ensuring safety and freedom for all media houses and will act accordingly if a formal report is submitted.
The Zambia Police Service is aware of a report currently making rounds on various social media platforms alleging that Radio Phoenix today cancelled its Let the People Talk program due to the presence of political cadres. As the Zambia Police Service, we wish to confirm that we have not received any formal complaint from Radio Phoenix or any other political party regarding the alleged incident. We, however, wish to assure the public that the Zambia Police Service remains committed to maintain law and order and ensuring that all citizens, media institutions, and organizations operate in a peaceful and secure environment free from intimidation or harassment. Members of the public are therefore urged to exercise caution when consuming or sharing information on social media and to verify facts before circulating unconfirmed reports that may cause unnecessary alarm or speculation. Should there be any formal complaint or report lodged, the Zambia Police Service will institute appropriate investigations in accordance with the law. Thank you.
Mourners gathered this morning at the Cathedral of the Holy Cross in Lusaka to bind farewell to Wanga Zulu, popularly known as Amai Guru in the Mpali TV series. She was remembered for her impactful role and contribution to Zambia creative industry. Fans, colleagues, and members of the public turned out in numbers to pay tribute.
Dozens and dozens of mourners from all walks of life gathered today at the Lusaka Playhouse. Before proceeding with the march to the Cathedral of the Holy Cross, they all gathered with one common goal, paying their last respects to Wanga Zulu, or popularly known as Amai Guru from Mpali.
Friends, fellow actors and fans gathered not to mourn, but to celebrate a life devoted to storytelling. Through songs and performances, they honored a woman who gave her heart to the arts. Wanga first graced the screens in Brothers on Movie TV, a performance that opened her doors to many more. But it was her role as Amai Guru that captured the hearts of viewers across Zambia, with humor, strength, and authenticity defining her as one of the local television's most beloved characters. To her colleagues, she was more than an actress. She was a mentor, a mother figure, and a voice of a woman of Zambia's film and theater. Her artistry reminded us that stories, when told with truth, have power to connect all of us. Though the curtain has fallen, the legacy of Wanga Zulu, Amai Guru, will continue to shine through every story, every performance, and every heart she touched. Her light lives on.
From sets of Mpali to living rooms across Zambia, Amai Guru wasn't just a name that we knew from Mpali, but a name that we all came to love. And indeed, we are all going to miss her. And may her soul rest in peace. Emmanuel Zimba reporting for Icu TV News in Lusaka.
We're now taking our first break. Stay with us for more news after this. The government has released over 100.6 million to constituencies across the country to accelerate local development through the Constituency Development Fund (CDF). Each constituency is receiving 10 million from this initial dispatchment. The funding is aimed at speeding up completion of community projects in infrastructure, social services, and economic empowerment. The government plans to release a total of 36 million to every constituency before December 2025. This initiative is part of the effort to strengthen decentralization and ensure development reaches all regions. More than 15,000 farmers in Central Province have redeemed farming inputs under the 2025-2026 Farmer Input Support Program (FISIP) through the electronic voucher system. Out of the 162,711 registered farmers, 15,055 have so far accessed their inputs. Kapirimposhi recorded the highest redemption at 103, while Ngambwa had the lowest with just 162. Authorities have continued to monitor the distribution to ensure all registered farmers benefit ahead of the planting season. Lusaka Mayor Chilando Chitangala has called for city-to-city partnership to deliver real development outcomes beyond ceremonial goodwill. Speaking at the Russia-Zambia Economic Forum in Lusaka, she proposed concrete steps such as a Lusaka-Rostov Cooperation Office and the Center for Urban Innovation to anchor joint ventures. She highlighted key areas for cooperation, including green infrastructure, waste-to-energy solutions, and youth innovation, urging stakeholders to turn friendship into impacts. The Secretary-General-elect of the UN Tourism, Ms. Shaika Nawais, has arrived in Zambia for a 3-day official visit aimed at strengthening ties in sustainable tourism, development, and investment promotion. She is the first woman to be elected to this position in the organization's history. During her visit, Ms. Nawais will meet President Hakainde Hichilema and other senior government officials. She will also tour top tourism sites in Livingstone, including the Victoria Falls and Mosotunya National Park. The visit reaffirms Zambia's commitment to inclusive and transformative tourism in line with the 8th National Development Plan and the Tourism Master Plan 2022-2038. You're still watching Icu TV Main News. We take a short break, and coming up next in international and sports news. In international news, at least 9 Palestinians have been killed by Israel soldiers while attempting to return to their homes in northern Gaza City and southern Yunis, making the first major breach of the US-blocked ceasefire. The truce, signed by US President Donald Trump alongside leaders from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey, had raised hopes for lasting peace in the region. However, violence and reports of abuse from released Palestinian detainees have sparked new tensions. As part of the deal, Israel released nearly 2,000 prisoners, including 154 exiled to Egypt, while Hamas freed the last 20 surviving Israel captives and handed over the bodies of the 4 others. The conflict has claimed over 67,000 lives in Gaza and left more than 170,000 injured since October 2023. Still in international news, US authorities have released the names of the 16 people killed in the explosion that destroyed a factory in Hickman Court, Tunis on October 10th. The victims, all employees of the Accurate Energetic Systems, were remembered in an emotional briefing by local sheriffs who called for support for grieving families. Recovery efforts are ongoing, and the remains of some victims have yet to be formally identified. The cause of the blast remains unknown, with federal agents from the ATF leading investigations at the site. The tragedy has deeply affected the small Bankshot community located 90 kilometers southwest of Nashville. We take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Welcome back, and now in sports news. The Zambia national football team is facing a major crisis after the government handed funding for the team due to poor performance. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts has given the Football Association of Zambia just 7 days to justify why they should continue receiving financial support. The move comes after the team's disappointing performance in recent international engagements. Stephen Mabe has more in this report.
The Zambia national soccer team is facing a major crisis. The government has halted funding for the team, citing poor performance and lack of accountability. The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts has given the Football Association of Zambia FAZ just 7 days to justify why they should continue receiving financial support. According to the ministry, despite the country's tight fiscal situation, the government has been shouldering the cost of the national team, including Coach Avram Grant's salary, player bonuses, accommodation, and air travel. But with the team's recent poor run of results, the ministry is demanding answers. FAZ has been asked to explain how they are monitoring Grant's performance, ensuring he's delivering according to his contract, and what measures are in place to address the team's poor performance. The ministry has also warned that continued support will depend on FAZ's justification, emphasizing that transparency and accountability in the use of public funds are paramount. The letter comes just a day after the Chipolopolo's 1-0 loss to Nigeria in the World Cup qualifier. With the clock ticking, FAZ must provide a credible roadmap to restore the team's competitiveness. The ball is in their court. Would the Football Association of Zambia be able to convince the government to continue their support? The world is watching. Stephen Chisengamwape, Icu TV Sports.
That sports item brings us to the end of your main news, but before we go, a quick recap of the stories making headlines. Zambia mourns loss of veteran freedom fighter Honorable Roger Sakuhuka. Police say no formal complaint filed over Radio Phoenix program disruption. Mourners gathered in Lusaka to bind farewell to Amai Guru of Mpali series. In international news, Gaza ceasefire hit by violence as 9 Palestinians killed. And in sports news, government hands funding to Chipolopolo demand justification from fans over poor performance. Thank you so much for watching ICU TV News. For more details, visit our page ICU TV and our website at icutvzm.com. Thank you so much.